Alrighty, number 3 says, using f of x equals the tangent of x as a guide, graph g of x equals 2 times the tangent of 4x. Identify the period, the x-intercepts, and the asymptotes. Let's just start with the period. The period of a tangent graph, you can do pi over the absolute value of b. What's the b value here? Okay, this is a bad live album. Well, the b value is 4. So the b value is 4, so you end up with pi over 4. This is a pretty short period. It's going to repeat pretty quickly. Going through the rest of it, x-intercepts. Remember, you are given these general equations. The x-intercepts are at pi times n over the absolute value of b. So it's pi times n over 4. In other words, your x-intercepts are going to be at all multiples of pi over 4. So this is going to probably be the easiest part for us to graph. The x-intercepts at multiples of pi over 4. That means there's one x-intercept at pi over 4. Also at 0 and at pi over 2. And it's really, for this graph, just going to be at every tick mark. So going through, plotting all those points, doing this as quickly as I can. For the asymptotes. The asymptotes, the equation that we give you is pi over 2 times the absolute value of b plus pi n over the absolute value of b. Plugging in what we know, we got pi over 2 times absolute value of b is 4 plus pi n over 4. Cleaning that up a little bit, that gives us pi over 8 plus pi n over 4. Folks, when you're graphing these, choose whichever one is going to be easiest for you to start with, the x-intercepts or the asymptotes. Again, looking at our x-intercept equation, just pi n over 4, that just means it's always going to be at a multiple of pi over 4. The asymptotes are always going to be halfway in between those. So, with that in mind, halfway in between 0 and pi over 4 is right here. Now, with that in this context, that's that pi over 8. So it's going to be pi over 8 plus spacing it out just like we did with our x-intercepts plus pi over 4. That just means every tick mark equivalent over, you're going to have an asymptote. So it's always going to be halfway between your x-intercepts. Oops, rats. That was not a good one either. Okay. Now for the tangent graphs, these look kind of like a positive cubic graph. So it's going to go up and to the right, and it's going to go curve through all of your x-intercepts. Now again, since this is a skinny graph, this is kind of hard to draw, but do your best. But you'll just keep repeating the same pattern every one. Now, ooh, man, those asymptotes I drew a little too close together. Especially because I'm drawing freehand. These are not going to be perfect, but just keep repeating that pattern over and over and over.